Hello, I'm Dr. Hyun Yang, and I am a science professor at the University of Texas at Austin. As you can see on this background, this is my research lab, and so I have a research lab where I have my undergraduate students at UT that do a lot of study of how the DNA works to make protein and how those proteins function in cells. And the name of my lab is called BioBricks. So first I want to kind of talk about what science is and then how I became interested in it. So science, I think, is really trying to understand everything around this world or the universe. And there's so many diverse fields about this world that we want to learn about. So some people might be interested in learning about the several forces surrounding us, and they might be studying physics. If you're interested in learning about the galaxy, the stars, you might be interested in studying astronomy. For me, I was really interested in learning about the living things, including like humans, animals, plants, bugs. And so I decided to study biology in college. And so in college, I was able to learn about all of the several findings that were made and discovered by several scientists and scholars all around the world. And it was really amazing. And then by the time that I was about to graduate from college, I was debating how should I use the science background that I learned from college further on. And so one part was, should I use the science that I learned and then apply it in the community? So as an example, should I use the science that I learned and you become a doctor and use the knowledge that I learned about how cells work in humans and see how I could use that to treat my patients, to cure them, or to prevent people from getting sick. On the other hand, I was also debating, should I become a researcher where I want to learn, I want to be part of the member of the science community where I want to be actively involved in making a lot of observation, thinking about questions that haven't been answered yet, and try to set an idea and test those ideas and see if I could provide a new finding and information that I could share with the community. And so I was more interested in the later part, which I wanted to actually be, wanted to be involved in answering unknown questions, developing tools that have never been developed yet, share that with the community to provide information that doctors can further use or pharmacists could further use to treat patients. So as an example, right now, we do have this COVID-19 pandemic, and scientists all around the world, researchers are working actively to provide more information of how COVID is infecting humans, and then more information of what is happening in human when they get infected with COVID, and what can we do? What kind of drug can we make to prevent them from getting too much, like to treat uh, COVID-19 patients, or further develop vaccines that could prevent further infection of this virus. And so that's what really science research is about. One of the major obstacles that I had doing becoming a scientist is that science doesn't really work all the way that you want all the time. Sometimes we always think of a great logical reason and we think this plan should work. I do the experiment. At the end, I might end up with having an experiment that doesn't work, which could be frustrating. And sometimes I kind of have no idea why that happened and what I should do next. And so what I learned is in the science community, it's okay to make mistakes and it's okay if some things do not work as I expected to. The most important thing is maybe thinking about what could have caused, what could be the reason of my experiment not working. And if I still don't have an idea of what that could be, work with other people, communicate with people that I have this question. Don't be afraid to admit that you are unclear of a particular subject, and share your question with others and collaborate, work as a team with other people. And that could actually lead to a really interesting outcome at the end. So overall, my general advice for you is just to explore everything that you enjoy, do your personal best. If you do not have a certain goal, what you want to be at this point in the future, that's completely okay. What I really would like you to do is, again, don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to seek out for help. It's okay if you do not know things, but at least do your personal best every time. And again, if you encounter any questions, if you're unclear, reach out for help. and then you never know what kind of opportunity that you're going to be encountering through your life. For me, it's not like I already planned to become a professor in the future. I just was interested, became interested in science, and I thought about what I could do next. And I was just doing my personal best each step. And then there were some opportunities that I wouldn't have thought of as a kid, but then I did encounter those opportunities. And I just did my personal best of what I can do to actually grab those opportunity and make it really beneficial. So it's really, I hope this story kind of, gives you some idea of what my job is. And I just wish you all the best. All right. Bye.